We're going to be looking at them funny when they're in chains.
Alright, so why are
That's the Bible.
Sir. Why are they not Native Americans?
No, we'll get to that. Let's just finish this first. You got that? This is Leviticus chapter 25 verse 44. Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids which thou shalt have. Because this is a law. To have servants and handmaids, basically slaves, is a law to the Israelites. Yeah, and these laws are only given to the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But we're Israelites, we're not Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, but these are the terms that byways are cool. So I can't say Israelites, because no one's going to know. They're going to think they're the freaking Israelis, that's why we say that. And we repeat it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because our people need to hear it constantly, you know what I'm saying? Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids which thou shalt have. Bondmen and bondmaids, yeah? You're not free, you're a servant. Your servants are unto me, God, huh? Shall be of the heathen round about you. Shall be of the heathen that are round about you. Yeah, let's get who the heathen are. Get me Psalms 83.
Heathen are the sinners, right?
Heathen are the nations. Psalms 83. You're not a Negro, Hispanic, and Native American. You're outside of the nation or the Commonwealth of Israel, which means you're a heathen.
Alright, but how are Native Americans?
Yeah, we're going to get to that. Because they make up most of our nation of Israel. But you just want to understand how they are.
Yeah, but I swear half of them are dead.
No, they're not. They're not.
Yes, they are.
They're not.
I saw them.
They're still alive. This is Psalm 83. Psalms 83 verse 1. Keep not thy silence, O God. Right. Verse 86. Wait.
These are the Hebrews.
Slack it. Psalms 83 verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Verse 6. The tabernacles of Edom. The tabernacles of Edom, yeah? The Caucasians go back, their forefather goes back to a man called Edom, which is actually Esau, a red man, yeah? He came out red. Yeah, Jacob and Esau, you know about Jacob and Esau? He came out red and hairy all over, like a hairy garment. Yeah, these Caucasian people, they're not white, they're red. Pink is a derivative of red. In the sun they go pink, they go red. Because their blood shows forth through their skin, they have no melanin. Yeah, white is pure. If I put a white sheep next to a Caucasian man, he turns out red. He's not white, okay? Go on, go on. And the Ishmaelites. The Ishmaelites are the Arabs today. Okay, because Arab just means mixed. Okay, because they'd be mixed from like, say, the Middle East and the borders around that. But they're not Arabs, they're Ishmaelites. The real Ishmaelites are dark skinned anyway. So today you'd get Arabs. That's why they call themselves Arabs, because they're mixed. That's why they look more light skinned today. You know what I'm saying? Of Moab are the Chinese. Yeah? You know about Lot? Ammon and Moab? You know about the story? Actually, we've got a family tree.
What is it all about, bro? What is it all about? It's about Israel.
Here we go, look. Moab, yeah? Moab. The forefather of Lot, yeah? John. And that's why they look the same. Go, we'll get that anyway, go. And the Hagarenes, Gebal and Ammon, and Amalek. Gebal and Ammon, yeah? Remember we just read out Moab and Ammon, yeah? Because they're two daughters that basically slept with their father. That's why they have them slinky eyes. They're incest babies. They're the only nation that looks that similar.
So what?
You know what I'm saying?
So the Japanese and Chinese.
Yeah, the Japanese and the Chinese, their foremothers basically slept with the same father while he was drunk, and it came about like that. And the story's in the scripture. You know what I'm saying? That's the way they're the only people that look like that on the earth. Their eyes are not, you know what I'm saying?
But same way, we're the only people that
No, we're not the only people that do that. Our skin is our skin is more smooth and matte. A real African skin is ashy. Your skin don't get dry like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Go on. Right. Because what? The Royal Jesus Christ said that what? His skin was as polished brass.
Yeah, it's polished brass.
That's why you have that with that shiny look.
No, but Somali doesn't say it. What does it say?
No,
but Somali.
the Hamites are ashy. They're matte black. You Israelites are shiny black. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. That's that difference you're asking about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but a trained eye is not enough. A trained eye is not enough because you can't just tell by the outward appearance. Yeah, you'd have to read by someone's spirit because you've got people. Our people are mixed in all nations. From the slavery, they was raping us and you know our children and stuff. So you're gonna have colonization in that. Now you're going to have a Caucasian man that looks straight up Caucasian but is an Israelite. Because of the mixing. If I slept with a Caucasian woman, my son slept with a Caucasian woman, the 3 generations down they slept with all Caucasian women, is my son going to look like me?
Right, that's all.
No, wait, let me finish this.
Okay,
one.
wait. I've got.
No, hold on, one sec. Yes. No. Yeah, but from your father's side. Not on your mother's side. Because your father carries the seed. That's why on the track,
What does seed mean? Seed means offspring. It could be your grandfather. It could be your great. But as long as
exactly, but it's a grandfather. But
my
here,
mother gave me life, brother. My father is Greek Cypriot. Your father gave me life. You are in
you can't.
not in your truth. That's what I'm gonna say right now.
This isn't my truth. This isn't my truth.
Where were you delivered from this Israelite
before you got into your mother?
Be delivered from this Israelite
finish that.
doctrine, brother. Be delivered in Jesus' name.
That's why they always call out their fathers.
Gebal and Ammon and Amalek. And it calls out Amalek specifically because Amalek are the so-called Jewish people. Even in America, them Caucasians, they call them kites. That's what it shows you who the Amalekites are. They're the top of Edom nation. Yeah, really and truly, all these Caucasians out here should be flourishing like the so-called Jews because they're the same nation as them. But they hate each other. And the scripture says, can a kingdom stand if Satan be against Satan? The kingdom cannot stand. That's why World War III can have to kick off. Go on. The Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. The Philistines were the inhabitants of Tyre. Okay, those are the Africans. Okay, that's how you know that we're not Africans. These are the heathen. Okay, this is how you know that they won't make it. Right. Asher also is joined with them. They have hope of the children of Lot. Go on, give me Ezra chapter 15 then. Let's start with chapter 9. Ezra chapter 15, let's start with chapter 9. Highly doubt that brother was in any camp or anything like that. Can't talk about our visit when he came to the name Jesus. Alhamdulillah. What is it? 2 Corinthians 4:3. The gospel we hid to them that are lost. No, but start 9. Start with 9. Then we'll go to 15. Yeah. Yeah, go on. Second Ezra chapter 9. Start from what? Start from 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told you before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Right. So us being out here and knowing our Israelites are supposed to measure the time diligently. Because the Bible says that a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. And the way that you hide yourself is in knowing the names of the Most High and his Son. In fact, give me that in Proverbs 30:3. What is his name and what is his son's name if thou can tell? Right? Because the Most High's name is not God and his son's name damn sure ain't Jesus. Because God is a title and Jesus just means what? Savior. Go on. 30:4, yeah. This is Proverbs chapter 30 verse 4. Whoever ascended up into heaven or descended, who have gathered the wind in his fists, who have bound the waters in a garment, who have established all the ends of the earth. What is his name and what is his son's name? Right, slack it. What is his name and what is his son's name? Which destroys that trinity. Because God is not his son. You understand? Okay? He's not that Father, Son, Holy Spirit. That's what? That goes back to Semiramis, Nimrod and Tammuz. But the churches aren't teaching that. Let's read this. Go on. What is his name and what is his son's name? If thou canst tell. Right, what is his name? What is the Most High's name? And what is the Most High's son's name if you can tell? Because the Bible says that the name of the Most High is terror amongst the heathen. It is a curse among the heathen, so the heathen damn sure can't say it. And you Israelites don't even know that you're Israelites. You Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans don't know that you're Israelites. So it wouldn't even occur to you anyway. You just call him God. Say to you, oh, what's his name? God. What's God's name? Lord. So his name is Lord God, God Lord. Going back and forth. Go on. Second Ezra. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 2. Then shalt thou understand it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Right, and the Most High is visiting the world right now. Alright? You got, what is it? Forest fires and that? People getting killed off left, right and centre. The Bible says that in the last days a great number of people shall be taken. Okay, go on. Then shall thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Right, because the Most High declares the end from the beginning and then makes the end manifest with marvelous, works and signs. Okay, go on. For like all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Right, all that have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Go on. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. Right, and everyone that shall be saved by their faith and by their works whereby they have believed. Alright? Because this doctrine is hard for people to understand. It says what? Matthew 7 and 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate. For broad is the gate and wide is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there are that go in that. Okay? So that's impossible for the Most High to be dealing with the churches and the mosques. Because those are the two hugest religions on the planet. But this doctrine is hard to be understood. Because there's a select few people that are going to get this understanding. Alright? Get me, what is it? Revelations 3 and 10. Because you have kept the word of my patience, I shall keep you from the hour of temptation. We shall come up upon the world to try everyone. Which means only a select few people are going to be covered from this tribulation that's coming. Which is called Jacob's trouble. Go on. Revelation chapter 3 verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience. Right, and what we're doing right now, we're keeping the word of the Most High's patience. We know we're Israelites and we're following the laws to the best of our ability. Okay? So we're keeping the word of his patience. Go on. I will also keep you from the hour of temptation. Right, and the hour of temptation is when the mark of the beast is implemented. Right? When it comes to even, feeding your kids and your family and this and that, okay? That's going to be rough times, especially man them they've got wives and kids. You're either going to sit there and watch your kids and fight a wife and starve to death, or you're going to take that beast and feed your kids. And then you might end up with epithelial-trophic lymphoma. You see what I'm saying? Go on. I will also keep you from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon the world, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Right. And that's the mark of the beast. Okay? It's already here, it's just not implemented yet. You're not forced to take it yet. You understand? But the scripture that the church is going to use on, you get me, what is it? Romans 13 and 1. Because your own churches are going to deceive you. Okay? And you Christians are going to console yourself when you're sitting there getting the microchip implanted into your hand. You got that one? Romans 13 and 1. This is Romans chapter 13 verse 1. Let every soul be subject to the higher powers. Right, that's what your pastor, your preacher is going to say to you. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, which is your government and your authorities. Go on. For there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God. Right, so they're going to say to you that the Most High set them up. Go on. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of God. Right, so your pastor and your priest are going to say to you, if you resist taking the chip, you see what I'm saying? Then you're going against your God. Because the Most High set them up. Trust me, this is the exact scripture. What is it, the Megiddo Project? If you go and read the Megiddo Project, your churches are getting ready to be told what to tell you lot when the time that the microchip gets pushed. Okay? Go on. Without them not be afraid of the power, do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. Right, and that's the same thing that your pastors and your preachers are going to tell you. Do that which is good. It's not the mark of the beast. It's a tag. They're going to call it all different kinds of names for you lot to take it, and you're going to console yourself because you don't have faith. All you've been taught is that God is love. You don't know what love is. You don't know that chastisement is love.